Jessica's holding her hands, and Fabian was her.
So they were cutting her arms off in the bedroom.
Then they put her other pieces in the bathtub.
Did he penetrate Victoria with his...
Yes.
Was your daughter saying anything?
Stop.
This is 35-year-old Michelle Martins, a mother of two whose spine-chilling revelations left the detectives and the entire state of Texas in complete shock.
You were in the room while she was being assaulted. What part did you take in that act?
As the interrogation starts, detectives realized that her seemingly normal house was actually the ultimate house of horrors. In this interrogation, detectives uncover a monster in disguise of a loving mother. A woman who betrayed her own daughter in the most horrific way. On the morning of August 24, 2016, a worried neighbor's tip brought Texas police to this apartment, revealing a crime so shocking it would stay with them forever. When the police arrived at the scene, they saw smoke coming out of Michelle's apartment. Forcing their way in, they found a blanket in the bathtub, which was still smoldering in fumes. Upon opening it, they made a grim discovery. Inside were the dismembered limbs of a girl. In the living room, the police found a trash bag containing lungs and kidneys. One by one, the detectives were putting together the pieces of this gruesome puzzle. But the question remained, what actually went down with Michelle's daughter, Victoria, and where was her son, Matthew? Answers to both were revealed soon enough in the interrogation, and detectives were left to wonder what kind of monsters could commit such acts. Upon initial investigation, detectives discovered that Michelle lived in that apartment with Victoria, along with her boyfriend Fabian Gonzalez and his cousin Jessica Kelly. As the horrifying details of crime came to light, all three adults were immediately taken into custody. Detectives soon discover the dark secret of the seemingly ordinary family.
Hey, no, ma'am. I'm Corey.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you.
Josh is gonna go back in and talk to Phoebe a little bit. So I just wanted to come back in so that way we can kind of continue on going through, okay? Maybe to make it a little bit easier, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit. Victoria's birthday was
Just
yesterday, right? Okay. And what were you guys gonna do for Victoria's birthday?
We were gonna celebrate it today.
Okay. What was did you guys have a
The
plan?
park above.
The part?
At the park above. It's up at Rio Rancho.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
We guys just have friends and cake. Okay. How do you, does that make you, it's hard, huh? Okay. She was your baby.
I can't imagine my mother without her. Now I have to.
Why'd you name her Victoria?
I always said if I had a girl, I'd name her Victoria.
Okay. And she was 10, just turned 10? Yeah. What were some of her favorite things to do?
Color, math,
Math.
gymnastics.
Gymnastics. Okay. What did she do, like tumbling and gymnastics? Okay. Wow. You're gonna miss her.
Yeah.
Initially, Michelle tried to play the role of a grieving mother, but these seasoned detectives saw through her act. After all, she had allowed Fabian and Jessica to stay in her home, despite the clear danger they posed to her children.
I'm just worried about my son now.
Well, and I want you to be able to be there for your son. Okay?
I'm worried about my life now too.
Well, can you kind of tell me why you're worried?
Because now I'm afraid they're gonna come back and kill me. I don't even want to stay home now.
Okay.
I want to get out of there.
Just weeks into dating, Michelle let Fabian, a repeat offender with a history of misdemeanors and child abuse, move into her apartment, which she shared with her daughter. Within a month, Fabian brought his cousin, Jessica Kelly, into the household. A recently released felon with a history of crime and substance abuse, she arrived on August 15, 2016, just 8 days before the crime unfolded. Allowing two dangerous individuals to stay with her daughter wasn't just reckless, it raised serious suspicions about Michelle's motives. But Michelle would not be able to hide her involvement in the crime for a long time, and the detectives will soon pin her down.
Kind of explain to me that again. What time did Victoria come home, and when did you notice it was gone?
She gets home about 4:30 because the bus gets there about 4. So she went to her friend's house because she didn't see me at the bus stop.
Okay.
And her friend sent her back to the house around 4:30, 4:45, around there. And then that's about the time that me and Fabian, we got back about 4:50, 5 o'clock, around there.
And where were you and Fabian at?
We went to his uncle's.
Okay.
And we came back and that's when I saw on the table.
Okay.
And then
Take your time.
I went to use the restroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I came back and I was gone. And Victoria was the only one in the living room. So then she said she started feeling tired, so she was going to go to bed.
Okay.
So she went in there.
She went into her room. Okay.
And never came back out.
Okay. Did you? What happened? What happened next? Did you go check on it?
I always checked her.
Mm-hmm.
When I checked on her, she seemed to be breathing. Because I checked. I always look at her stomach. See it was going up and down. And that was the last time that I checked on her.
Okay.
Fabian said he was going to go check on her for me. So he went to go check on her. And that was the time she wasn't breathing. And that's when he told me, she's not breathing.
Of the 3 adults living in the apartment, each seems to have their own version of events that were vastly different from one another. Michelle claims she checked on Victoria twice and found that she had stopped breathing the second time, suggesting a possible drug poisoning. Jessica, however, had offered a completely different account, alleging that a mysterious man came looking for Fabian. When he couldn't find him, he went straight to Victoria's room and did those horrible things to her. Notably, the interrogations of both Fabian and Jessica were never disclosed to the media.
And what did you do?
I got up and, what do you mean she's not breathing? And then I looked on the table, but then noticed the bag was gone. I was like, did she get a hold of that? And then like, she might have. I
Okay.
was like, what was the only thing there?
And where was the bag at?
In the living room table,
Okay.
the coffee table.
And did you ever see it after it went missing?
No.
No. Okay.
So then Jessica went to get the knife, and I asked her where she's going with that. She said we're gonna dispose of the body.
So let's back up just a little bit, okay? Because you're skipping around. So Fabian tells you she's not breathing. Did you go check on her?
I did.
Okay. And tell me about that. What did you see?
Just her laying there.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to call the cops because then they probably would have stopped me from trying to do that.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do.
There's another reason that you didn't call the police, though, isn't there? Why didn't you call police?
Because there was drugs in the house.
Okay.
And I didn't want them to think it was mine because it's not.
Okay. And I understand. That I understand. Okay. I mean, there's drugs in the house. You don't want to get in trouble. Okay. So you check on your daughter. And what do you find?
She wasn't breathing when I went in there.
Okay. Was she dead?
She was.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I know that this is not your fault.
I feel like it is.
It's not.
That's how they want me to freaking feel.
That is how they want you to feel. They want you to feel like you did this and it's your fault, but it's not.
At first glance, Michelle looks like a mother who's distressed at her daughter's death. In fact, the detective uses her sympathetic side to make Michelle comfortable and open, which worked. She shares that as a mother, she confessed to protect her own while her own daughter was tormented in front of her eyes. Had it been any other detective, maybe Michelle could have slipped through. But as the interrogation progresses, the detectives team up and get Michelle to confess the full shocking truth.
Did anybody go in the room in between when you checked on her and when the first time and the second time?
I'm not sure because I went to use the bathroom.
When did you and Fabian go to his brother's house to buy some? When was that? Was that before this or after?
That was before this
Okay.
because I wasn't home. I wasn't home to get Victoria at the bus stop. And then that's what made her go to her friend's house.
Okay.
And then her friend sent her back to the house when Jessica was there. So I don't know what went on when I wasn't there.
So do you remember when you and Fabian were back in the parking lot? When you guys got back to
Me
the
and her was
apartment?
sitting in the car.
Okay. Oh, and you guys, what were you doing?
We were listening to the music.
Okay. What did you see with Jessica? What happened with Jessica?
She was coming down the stairs with my daughter in a blanket.
Why was that?
I don't know.
You do know. So let's back up.
I'm just trying to get the times right because it's kind of getting a little confusing. Do you know what I mean?
So let's back up to where you find her and she's dead on the bed. Okay? What happens from there? There's a conversation between you and Fabian and Jessica. What is that conversation?
He said if I tell anybody that I'm gonna be the next one,
Okay.
they threatened me.
And what did you guys decide to do with your daughter? With Victoria? Your baby girl. This is your 10-year-old baby girl, Victoria.
They put me in the bathtub.
Because you were there. And you saw. And you watched. So what was the discussion about what was going to be done with Victoria?
I knew they were gonna get rid of her, but I didn't know. I forgot this discussion.
You forgot the discussion.
I don't remember it.
Okay. What happened? What happened next?
They said that if I say anything, they just kept threatening me.
Okay.
That if I say anything, I'm gonna be the next one. Or I better not fall asleep. So then I just left.
So you left?
There was nothing else I could do. I didn't know what to do.
So from the time you find your daughter and she's dead, Victoria is dead in her room. Am I right? And then you leave. What happened in between that time?
And before that was the time I saw Jessica stabbing her in the stomach.
Okay.
And then with the pillow over it.
So explain the whole pillow over her head. What was that for?
Because it's a grip to hold her hands.
So was she already
Because she
dead?
was already.
Oh, okay. So you see her and can you kind of explain to me, she's holding her hands?
And Jessica's holding her hands. And Fabian was cutting her arm.
So they were cutting her arms off in the bedroom.
Okay. And then put her in the bathtub.
Okay. When did they start cutting her leg off?
After her arm.
After her arm? Okay. So what you're saying is Jessica was holding her arms and Fabian was cutting? Okay. So Fabian had the knife at that point? Okay. But you said that Jessica stabbed her in the stomach? Okay. Why?
It's like they were taking turns at her.
Okay. And when you saw this, you didn't call 911 because you were afraid that the cops were going to know that there were drugs in the house?
And that they were going to kill me right there on the spot.
Okay.
Michelle's story is both graphic and full of contradictions. It was clear that it didn't align with the narrative of a helpless mother she was trying to portray. But the female detective successfully sees through it. She holds Michelle's hands to show her support and empathize, a strategy only to turn Michelle's cries into confessions later.
At what time does Jessica carry your daughter down the stairs? Is this before or after they cut her up?
After,
So she was already cut up?
no, that's when they put her in the bathtub. It was before they cut her, because then they put her other pieces in the bathtub.
So she carried her downstairs to you guys when you guys were in the car before they cut her up.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was basically asking, are you guys ready to do this?
Mhm.
Okay.
So then, just so we're clear, you knew that Victoria was dead, right? And then you and Fabian left for a little bit to go to his brother's house? Is that correct? I'm just
No,
trying to
that's
get
when
the
I came
time.
back. When I came back.
When you came back? But we have people saying that you and Fabian were sitting in the car when Jessica was on the stairs with holding Victoria in a blanket.
That's how I knew.
That's how you knew she was dead? Okay, so then let me back up. Victoria told you she was sleeping and was going to go to bed, right? You checked on her a little bit after that. You said she was breathing, right? Then you and Fabian left to go get from his brother. And I don't care about that. I'm just trying to figure.
Yeah.
Then you guys left. Then when you came back, Jessica was holding Victoria, right?
Yes.
That's when you went up, and that's when you knew for sure she was dead?
Yes.
And what did Jessica tell you about how she died?
She told me she didn't know.
But you said earlier she killed her. How did she kill her?
Victoria took the map that was on the table, and then Jessica stabbed her in the stomach. In her bedroom.
So I guess I'm a little confused, and I think I see what you're talking about. Because it's either your daughter went into the room and she died and you left. Or it's your daughter went into the room, you guys left, came back and found her dead. Which one is it?
Right, the second.
So you were gone.
Yes.
You weren't even there when she was dying. Okay. And so you come back and you guys make this plan like, great, now we're gonna get in trouble, so we gotta get rid of the body. Am I right?
Yeah, but I didn't want to have no part in it.
Okay.
It's not my fault.
But this is your daughter.
I know.
This is Victoria. This is your baby.
How did Victoria die? Do you know?
She tasted the that was on the table.
Okay, so because you said something a minute ago, you said that Jessica stabbed her.
And it was after she was already dead.
Okay.
So you know that she took and that's what killed her. Okay. So you guys, or you watch, but Jessica and Fabian cut your daughter up, Victoria. They cut her arms off. They cut her leg off. They cut her from here to here, Victoria. They cut her. And you watch, right?
I couldn't. After I saw that she was starting to cut her arm, I left.
What do you mean you left?
I went outside.
Okay. So explain to me what happened after that. You guys started cleaning up?
And they started cleaning up.
What did you do?
I was in the kitchen
What'd you do in the
getting
kitchen?
ready to make dinner. Making the tacos. And then Fabian took over after he was finished.
By this point, the detectives were fairly certain Michelle's psyche was more than a little off. After all, it takes a special kind of detachment to witness your daughter being chopped up, then casually head to the kitchen to whip up some tacos. For a mother, brushing off something like that wasn't just concerning, it was downright chilling. In the face of such harrowing details of mutilation that would make anyone's blood boil, the detectives managed to keep a sympathetic voice towards Michelle, as if trying to understand her perspective so that she does not get defensive. This approach actually helped them to get closer to the truth.
After you guys cut the arms off of Victoria, cut her leg off, and wrapped her up in a blanket and put her in the bathtub, right? Then you went and made dinner. And what did Jessica and Fabian do?
I feel like nothing ever happened.
Okay. So where did they cut her up at?
The bathtub,
In the bathtub? So where did they cut her arms off at?
in the bedroom.
In the bedroom. Okay. Did you, when they were cutting her up, Victoria, did you ever touch Victoria or hold on to her, hold her arm? Did you ever hold her
Because
steady?
they threatened me saying if I go near them, that they're gonna kill me.
Okay. So you go and make dinner. Okay. And they are clean. And then what happens after that?
Once it was done, I go in my room and I eat.
Okay.
And I
so
only
you
ate one
eat.
taco.
Well, because you were probably sick to your stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
So then I put the other one in the fridge.
Okay.
And then that's when I went back in the room. And I've been trying right out.
Okay. And how did this all happen? How did the fight happen?
And that's true.
Did they think you were gonna try to get away?
Yes, because when I got up out of bed because I couldn't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got up, that's when Jessica asked me if I believed in God. And that was my hint right there. I thought she was trying to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to get up because I saw the iron in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got up, that's when she hit me. And I was holding like this. And I went outside into the living room. And then that's where everything else took place.
Okay.
She just started beating me and beating me.
Now you and Fabian both left out of the front door. And I know that you left together because the neighbors you guys woke the neighbors up and they all watched you. Okay. So you and Fabian left together out the front. What did you guys decide you were going to tell police? Because you now have to call police. You're very hurt. What did you guys decide to tell the police?
No, Jessica did.
That Jessica did it. Okay.
Or the first thing that happened to her body after she was dead? Was she stabbed? Was she cut? What was the first thing?
She was stabbed.
And who did that?
Jessica
Did she just stab her or did she slice her?
did that.
Okay.
So straight up and down into her body?
And this was in
And
her.
then she went up.
This was in her bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened to Victoria after that?
They left her in the bathtub.
So she still had her arms when she went into the bathtub?
And they would cut one off. Yeah.
They cut one of her arms off on the bed? Okay.
One or both?
What?
Okay. And then they put her on the bed? When did they cut off her second arm?
Did they put her in the bathtub?
When did they cut her leg?
When she was in the bath.
When she was in the bath?
What were they saying when they were cutting her? What were they talking about?
They were saying if you say anything to anybody, you're gonna be the next one.
Is there anything else? Anything you can remember?
Oh,
Did they talk about where they were going to put her body? What they were going to do with it?
I don't remember.
Anything else you remember that they said? I know it's hard. I know it's very traumatic. Did they say anything to you? Did they tell you they were sorry?
No,
Did they tell Victoria they were sorry?
no. They had no remorse.
Did anybody use the iron for anything at that point? Was anybody have the iron?
No, that came when Jessica started fighting with me.
Okay. So you never saw the iron before she hit you with it?
No.
This explains why Michelle seemed so scared at the beginning. Jessica Kelly feared that Michelle might betray them, believing that a mother who couldn't stay loyal to her own daughter could never be trusted to stay faithful to her. Acting on this fear, Jessica struck Michelle in the face with an iron to silence her. However, Fabian intervened and saved Michelle. It was after this altercation that they went to their neighbor's house where the 911 call was made.
What did they do with Victoria's arms? Were they in the house?
I didn't see her now.
Okay. Maybe, let me ask you this. Maybe it'll refresh your memory a little bit, okay? Do you remember them wrapping Victoria in a trash bag? Do you remember that? When did they do that? Or a bag. I don't know if it was a trash bag. Did they wrap her in plastic?
No, but I had the trash bags under the sink.
In the kitchen?
They used those?
And both of them lifted her up and put her in there.
And was it before they started cutting her or after?
After.
After which part? Her arms or after her leg? No, I'm asking you really difficult questions, okay?
You know,
It's really hard to think about. Do you remember when they put her in the trash bag?
I don't remember exactly. But I know it was after they cut one of her lips. I don't remember exactly.
Was it before they put her in the bathtub?
It was after.
After? Okay.
So when I finally escaped Jessica from beating me up, and I finally got out the door, I was gonna go knock on my neighbor's door right next to me. And that's when Fabian called me. He's like, come over here, I'm over here. That's when I went over there and I went to the neighbor's house and sat down.
Okay.
Then I don't know what went on after. All I heard was the smoke alarms. So she was probably trying to set the house on fire.
Did they talk about fire when you were there? Or?
No, but all I heard was the alarms. And
Michelle,
Jessica was the only one in the house at that time.
Michelle, did they talk about putting Victoria in a car and taking her somewhere, or what they were gonna do with her?
They didn't mention it to me.
So they didn't have.
Because it would have been my car.
Okay.
But Michelle, there was a conversation that you guys had about what you were gonna do with Victoria, with her body.
What were you gonna do?
And if it's easier, what were they gonna do to Victoria? What were they gonna do with her body?
She was my one and only.
What's that?
She was my one and only miracle child.
And you were a good mom. You're not a bad person. Michelle, what were they gonna do with Victoria's body?
They were going to try to take my car,
Okay.
but I wouldn't let them get the keys.
Okay, and what were they gonna do with your car?
Take her somewhere. I don't know where.
Okay, did
Just to
they
get rid of her.
Michelle's audacity is baffling. If Victoria was truly her miracle child, why didn't she try to protect her? As a mother, her primary responsibility was to safeguard her daughter, a responsibility she spectacularly failed to fulfill.
Michelle, one more thing, okay? Did Jessica ever specifically say anything to you about how she killed Victoria? Do you know how she killed her? Or do you not know?
She never mentioned to me that she was even going to do that.
Do what?
Kill her.
So how do you know she killed her?
Because she was the only one in my house.
Okay.
So did she kill her or did she take her and die? And you need to be completely honest because we've heard two stories. Did she take her and she died? Or did Jessica kill her? Remember, be honest. When we go to autopsy tomorrow, is Victoria going to have in her system? She will not.
So then how did she die, Michelle?
What happened?
How did Victoria die?
She tried.
She what?
She tried it.
She tried what?
The drug on the table.
So Victoria did take the on the table. So will there be meth in her system? Yeah.
So why did you just tell us no a second ago, Michelle? It's confusing to me. What are you afraid of?
Do you think we're gonna blame you? And why are you afraid to tell us that she took?
Because I feel like a failure.
Did somebody do something to Victoria after she took to make sure that she stayed asleep? That you know of?
That I can recall. I can't remember much.
So did you lie about Jessica killing your daughter because that was the plan when you and Fabian got attacked? And it's okay if you did. I understand why you would be dishonest. But I need to know because we can't, I don't want Jessica to get in trouble for something that she did or did not do. So if she killed your daughter, we need to know that. But if she didn't kill your daughter, if it was an accident that she took these drugs, we also need to know that too. Does that make sense? Okay. Did Jessica kill your daughter?
No.
No. Okay. Did your daughter die because there was left on the table and she took some?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Did you guys cut her apart because you were afraid to call police because she had died from drugs and you were afraid that you would get in trouble?
They did, yes.
They did. Okay. Did Michelle kill Victoria? Okay. Was it an accident?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Did anybody force Victoria to eat
No.
Nobody did, right?
Do you wish now that you had called police when she took it?
Yes.
Okay.
The truth is far more twisted. Victoria's autopsy report showed no signs of, so it's clear she didn't take the drug at the time of her death. But Michelle here thinks leading the detectives with this story will prevent them from stumbling upon her dark secret. While Michelle thinks her strategies are working, she still does not realize that detectives see right through it. The male detective had outright asked her if she was involved, and seeing her hesitation, he changed the question, asking if they were involved instead. It helps in loosening Michelle's narrative and allows her to disclose more than she had planned.
You, and correct me if I missed something, okay? If I'm mistaken. Victoria said she was gonna go to bed, right? Because she felt sleepy after you saw the bag missing, right? You and Fabian then left Victoria at the house with Jessica, and you and Fabian went to Fabian's brother's house and bought some, right? Okay. Then when you guys came back, you guys were in the car listening to music, and that's when Jessica brought Victoria onto the porch, was holding her, right? When you guys went inside at that point, that's when you realized that Victoria was dead? Okay. How long were you gone from the time when after you checked on her and you and Fabian left, how long from the time you walked out the door till the time you walked back in the door, roughly?
About an hour and a half, maybe.
Okay.
And this is after she's already come home from school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so she tells you, Mommy, I'm tired, I'm gonna go lay down. You guys had come home from school and everything. And you said that was about what time that you think?
She went to her neighbors. They get off the bus at 4. And sometimes the bus is late, so it gets there about 4:15. So she went to her friend's house at 4:30. And then her friend had to come out, so she went to my house
Okay.
after that. And that's when she went inside with Jessica.
This is where Jessica's account differs. The mystery man we mentioned earlier had gone in search of Fabian. Seeing no sign of him, this man went straight to Victoria's room and killed her. He then ordered Jessica to dispose of the body before leaving. Whether this version is true remained uncertain till the very end, but the autopsy revealed unidentified male DNA, adding another layer of mystery to the case.
So when you guys went in to the house after you bought, Jessica told you she put her down to go to sleep, right? And you guys didn't check on her right away?
No, I didn't. She's like, she's heavy. I was like, yeah, I know she's 74 pounds. I was like, she's a dead sleeper.
And then about an hour after that, Fabian went in to check on her. And what did he say when he came out?
She's not breathing.
Okay. What did Jessica say anything at that point?
No, she didn't quit.
Okay. And then you went in and checked if she was breathing? And then how long was it after that that they decided to start cutting up her body? Pretty fast?
It's about 5-10 minutes.
Dr. Barry Ramo, who conducted the autopsy, provided statements that sharply contradicted Michelle's account.
The whole thing is beyond anyone's conception that this could happen, especially to a little 10-year-old child. This is horrible, but it appears that she died from... There was evidence of sexual abuse, both in terms of trauma as well as the fact that she had an infection that she'd had for some time and evidence of the HPV infection.
The contents of the report were enough to make anyone sick, even causing the doctor to flinch at the sight. Despite Michelle's claims, no was found in Victoria's system. Instead, the autopsy revealed something even more unsettling: the presence of an unknown male DNA, raising more questions about what truly happened. In the next clip, the sickening reality of what truly happened to Victoria that day comes to light. The revelations were so disturbing that even the detectives were unprepared for it.
Is his DNA going to be on Victoria?
I hope not.
So, like-
from holding.
Like
Oh.
if I grabbed Corey, my
Oh no,
DNA is going to...
no.
But you said they were holding her to cut her.
But Jessica was holding her arms.
So he never touched her, he just only held a knife or what?
Mm-hmm.
What about when they put her in the trash bag? You said they both lifted her up and put her in the trash bag.
The pieces.
Well, that's still Victoria. Whether it's an arm or it's a leg, it's still your daughter. It's still Victoria. Right? So, is his DNA going to be on her arm or on her leg if he picked up the pieces and put them in this bag?
Yes.
Yes.
So at any point, did you hold Victoria's limbs while they cut her?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Did you at any time use a knife or any other object to help dismember Victoria?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Did you touch her or move her or anything while she was in the bathtub?
No.
Okay. Did you assist with putting her in the trash bag?
No.
So at no point after she died, when Fabian came out and said she wasn't breathing, did you go touch her?
I had touched her stomach to see if her stomach was going up and down. And I was checking her pulse.
Okay.
And that was the last time I touched her.
Okay. So after that, did you ever have any physical contact with the body of your daughter?
I didn't even get to tell her I love her.
After Victoria passed away, and it must have been just absolutely so difficult. Before you went and made dinner, after you guys had, or after Fabian and Jessica cut her up, when did you and Fabian have intercourse? And was it forced? Or
It wasn't forced.
Okay, so when did you guys have?
It was before we went to bed.
Before you went to bed? Was it before or after you ate?
Ask it.
After you ate. Okay. So, and I just want to make sure, so she dies, they cut her up, and then they clean up, and then you guys had made dinner, and then after that you had intercourse with Fabian before you went to bed. Okay. All right. Okay. I I just want to verify what he's saying, just so that way I can make sure that we have the correct story. One question, and it's a very serious question, okay? Who was raping your daughter? Who was assaulting your daughter?
She's 6 years.
Who was sexually assaulting your daughter, Michelle? Because you knew about it.
That was my ex-boyfriend.
That was your ex-boyfriend.
Yes. And that's why I got rid of him.
What's his name?
David Hernandez.
Is he assaulting your son as well?
Not that I know of.
Michelle.
Because my son is barely with me. He's mostly with his
Michelle.
father.
Was he assaulting your son as well?
Not really, no.
When did
What?
Fabian...
Time out.
Yeah.
No.
What the? To be frank, what the does not really know mean when it comes to child. Was he assaulting your son, or not?
No.
Okay, that was the most. Out of all the answers you've given me, that was the most deceptive answer you've given me all day. You need to. This isn't the time that you're not in trouble for it. We got to know what's going on.
Mhm.
Was he assaulting your son as well?
No.
When did you find out that Fabian and Jessica were active with your daughter? When did you find out? And be honest,
Not too long ago.
not too long ago. Okay.
Because if I would have known that, I would have totally get out.
So, how much were they giving her so that way they could assault her?
Maybe quite a few.
They gave it to her quite a few times. Okay.
How would they give it to her?
You just put it in her mouth.
Okay.
Like that.
How did she die last night? While she was being assaulted, how did she die? It's not what killed her.
Probably contributed it to it. We know for a fact that is not what killed her. How did she die, Michelle?
Okay, let's go back. When did you find out that Fabian was having sex with your daughter, with Victoria? How long ago?
Just recently.
Just recently?
What is recently?
Like
How many days?
days, weeks,
Days.
Days?
Like a couple of days.
like a couple of days, like 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days?
2.
2 days. Okay. And when did you find out that Jessica was also assaulting your daughter? Were they doing this together?
Yes.
Okay.
It's heartbreaking to imagine the horrors Victoria endured with no one to lean on, no one to protect her. The very adults who should have cared for her instead tortured and assaulted her. But the most shocking betrayal came from her own mother. Michelle wasn't just a bystander, she was complicit in the abuse, even finding pleasure in her daughter's suffering. How could a mother become the very monster her child needed protection from? To call her a mother would be an injustice to Victoria and the very meaning of the word.
How did you find out about it? Did you walk in on it? It's okay, but I need to know. Did you walk in on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were both on her.
They were both on your daughter? Okay. So 2 days ago you find out that they're your daughter. Am I right? Okay. So how would they do it?
While I'm at work.
You were in the room while she was being assaulted. You were there. Did you participate?
No.
Did you watch?
No.
You just watched? You were there. When your daughter was being assaulted, you were there. Where were you?
Mm-hmm.
You were in the bedroom. In your bedroom or your daughter's bedroom? Okay, and where were Fabian and Jessica?
So I thought they were having a cigarette, but they weren't.
What were they doing?
No. You watched them give them her, and you knew what they were gonna do. Don't play. Let's not start playing games now, girl. They weren't having a cigarette. You knew they were your daughter. Where were they your daughter? What room?
In her room.
Okay.
How did you participate? I don't think that you assaulted your daughter. Did you help hold her down? And I appreciate you being honest about what Jessica and Fabian have done. Okay. But the only thing that you're not being honest about is your involvement. Okay. So, when Jessica and Fabian were in the room assaulting your daughter, what part did you take in that act?
And let him, but
You let them do it?
Were you having intercourse with Fabian or Jessica while they had sex with your daughter?
no.
Did you have sex with Fabian right after he had sex with your daughter?
Yes.
Did Fabian put his in your daughter's or in any other part of her body? Her mouth or her...
Not that I could see.
What was he doing to her? I need to know.
He was like going on top of her
With what?
with his on top.
Did he
was
did he put his in your daughter?
not inside, no.
Was he rubbing it in the lips of her?
Yeah.
So it
It's
penetrated.
basically-
So it penetrated the lips of her. Was he completely naked or was he clothed?
He had his shorts down with his shirt off.
And what was Jessica doing to your daughter?
She was holding him.
How?
Her arms and her shoulders. So, and her feet. Baby was holding her feet.
What were you holding? What were you holding? Be honest.
I'm being honest.
So you just watched. Yeah. You just watched. But you didn't help hold her down.
No.
Okay.
Did you, while they were doing this, did you have any physical contact with Jessica or Fabian or your daughter of any sort?
No.
Did Fabian on or inside your daughter?
On
On?
top of her stomach.
Was your daughter saying anything?
Stop. Stop.
The acts committed were so heinous that it would leave anyone speechless. What depths of cruelty did they go to, and why? It's hard to fathom that Victoria was Michelle's biological child, the child she carried for 9 months only to give her a terrible fate. And tragically enough, that was still not the end of it. There are much more disturbing statements that Michelle is about to make.
What was Jessica saying?
Just shut up.
What was Fabian saying?
He wasn't really saying much. He was just...
And you just stood there and watched? You just let them do this to your daughter? Yes?
She was stopped it.
And then how long after he did on your daughter did he have sex with you?
Like 15, 20 minutes.
How long was Victoria alive after she was, or was she dead after she was? Did they kill her then? I need to know.
Yes.
Yes to what?
They killed
When? When they raped her? And how did they kill her?
You were there, you watched it.
you know.
Explain that to me, I don't understand. He raped her so hard she died?
He covered her mouth.
With what?
Tape.
Okay. I thought you said she was screaming.
She finally got it because it's the mouth tape. If it gets wet.
Michelle,
She...
stop. Let's go back to when we were being honest. This is your girl Victoria, who is being held down on a bed so an adult man can her.
Who killed her?
Fabian and Jessica.
How did Fabian and Jessica kill Victoria? Michelle, how did they kill your daughter?
I've been holding her down.
How are they holding her down? Because if I hold on to Corey's arms, it's not going to kill him. Where were they holding her?
I don't know.
Whose hands were on her neck?
Fabian's hands, because he was on top of her.
And whose hand was on her mouth?
Jessica.
When he was done, when he did on your daughter, was she dead already? Or was she still alive?
She wasn't moving.
After he was done, did they do anything to ensure that she was dead? What did they do to make sure that she was dead, Michelle? No, that's not good enough. What did they do when they were done with your daughter and holding her by her neck? We're way past playing any games here, girl. Did they do anything?
This.
Okay.
When you guys started having with Victoria, where did it start? In the living room or in the bedroom? In the bedroom? Whose bedroom?
It hurts.
In hers?
Michelle, were you clothed or were you naked?
I was clothed.
Was Jessica clothed or was she naked?
She had her top off.
And Fabian, you said he had his shorts on with his exposed?
He had them pulled down, but he had no shirt on.
And was Victoria?
Yeah. She had her pants off.
Who took Victoria's clothes off?
Fabian took the pants off. Jessica took her shirt off.
What did you do with her underwear? What did you do with Victoria's underwear?
Took them, put them in the laundry basket.
You took them and you put them in the laundry basket. Why? What was on them?
From Fabian.
What else?
Blood.
And why was there blood on them?
Because he penetrated.
Because he penetrated her. Okay.
And then 20 minutes later, you had with Fabian?
How long have you been sexually assaulting your daughter?
I never listened to my daughter.
How long have you been inviting men into your house to sexually assault your daughter?
The only two that I know of is David and his.
Okay. But you've allowed it.
No, I kicked him out, but then I found out about them too, and then
What did David do to your daughter?
he was like trying to kiss her on the lips and stuff like that. And
Did he
he was trying to put his fingers down there, and
Did he your daughter?
no, I took her and got tested, and it came out negative.
Did you report it to the police?
Yes, I did.
Imagine what the girl must have felt when multiple men were violating and taking advantage of her every single day. She didn't have a safe place to go, and she was living amongst wolves who tore her apart time and time again. Michelle used a dating app called Plenty of Fish to garner clients who did unspeakable things to Victoria. She also met David Hernandez there, and later Fabian Gonzalez. But it wasn't only Victoria who fell prey to them. There was another victim who suffered at their hands, Michelle's son, Matthew. The boy mostly lived with his biological father, but on the days he lived with Michelle, he too had to face the same atrocities that Victoria had faced while she lived.
When did you find out that Fabian and Jessica were assaulting your son?
I didn't know they were assaulting my son.
We are not going. Okay. We know that there's been contact on your son. We've been doing a lot of stuff since you guys called 911 last night. Okay. One of those things is interviewing your son and making sure that he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then what I need to know is who is assaulting your son. Be honest.
I always thought it was his father, because he'd always watch in front of him and everything, and every time he would come home from his house, he would touch Victoria inappropriately, and I'd ask him where he'd get that from.
Mm-hmm.
And he would tell me, well, Daddy watches naked girls.
Michelle, you have been bringing men to your apartment to use your daughter and sexually assault your daughter. This is not the first time, that this has happened. This is not the first time that your daughter has been assaulted. I'm just going to use the word because that's what it is. You were allowing men to come over and have with your daughter, and in turn also having with you. Help me understand that.
What do you get out of it? Is it a turn on for you?
No,
Then help.
because I would never do that to my daughter.
But you did last night. And the only reason that we're sitting here today, Michelle, is that it went a little further than it ever has before. This time she died. You weren't ready for the type of animals that these people were, and it went further than you anticipated. But let's start with this. How many times that what happened last night, minus her dying, how many times have you watched or that you know that Fabian and Jessica have had sex with your daughter since they've been in your house? How many times?
Like 3 times
I think it's probably more than that.
That you watched?
that I know about.
How many times did you watch?
There was only that one.
How many times did you watch? Be honest.
Michelle, we know you watched. How many times did you watch? Every time?
Mostly.
So does it turn you on when Fabian has sex with you after? Is that what it is? That I'm just trying to understand.
It doesn't.
But you have sex with them immediately after, right?
I don't know what.
Okay.
Did David come into your house and have sex with your daughter while you watched?
No.
That wasn't a very honest answer. I'm going to ask you again. Did David come into your house and have sex with your daughter while you watched?
Yeah.
How many times?
Twice.
How many other men have come into your house and had sex with your daughter while you watched? I need to know. Like I said, Victoria is dead. The only thing we have anymore is to bring her justice.
Yeah.
And to be frank with you, by the sound of the things that she was experiencing, it sounds like death was the easy way out for her. Because it sounds like some pretty horrible things have happened to her in her life. Human being to human being. How many other men are out there that have come into your house and have had sex with your daughter or your son? How many men have come into your house and had sex with your daughter while you watched?
We have David and we have Fabian. Who else?
And men or women, let's put it that way.
I'm not friends with much women.
Okay, so men. We have David and we know Fabian. Who else?
There's one other guy, Joshua.
Joshua what?
What's his last name? Gray.
And how many times did he come over and have sex with your daughter?
Once.
How many times did he come over and have sex with your daughter?
Once.
One time.
Mm-hmm.
How many men have had sex with your son? Or women have had sex with your son? Either or. I need to know. So he's not a victim anymore. How many men?
2.
Two.
Who are they? What are their names?
One was Dave.
One was David.
Mm-hmm.
Hernandez.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who was the other one?
And I believe the other one is his father.
David's father.
No, Matthew's father.
You believe or you know. This is very important. Have you ever watched Matthew's father have with Matthew?
And I watched.
How do you know that he has done it then?
I don't know for a fact.
Have you ever watched Matthew's dad have with Matthew?
Or Victoria?
No.
No? Okay.
Matthew's father was a man of sound mind and a true parent, unlike Michelle. He wanted to save Victoria and his own son from the clutches of Michelle's evil motives. Regrettably, he was too late and was left shattered when he heard the news of Victoria's terrible fate. And this woman had the guts to blame him when she was the one plotting these crimes. She even went as low as giving the kids drugs to tranquilize them while strange men abused them.
So you allowed David Hernandez to have sex with Matthew?
Yes. Yes?
Okay. And that was how many times? Twice?
How many times did he have with Victoria?
3 times.
Was this at the same time or separate incidents?
It's separate.
Okay.
Did he have with you every time?
No, not every time.
Did the way that you relax Victoria's to give her, did you give Matthew the same thing so that way he would relax?
Mm-hmm.
What would you give Matthew to relax?
I think of him equal.
ZzzQuil? Is that like a nighttime make him drowsy kind of thing? Okay.
Sure.
Were you receiving any money from these people to have sex with your children?
No.
You did it because you enjoyed watching?
No.
Okay. Michelle,
Mm.
we're right there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you allow these people to have sex with your children because you like to watch? Be honest.
Mm.
Yeah? You like watching? Okay.
Michelle, are there any graphic images or videos of any of these sexual acts being done to your children?
Mm-hmm.
Are you positive?
Yes.
Is there a video of Victoria being raped and murdered last night?
No.
Are there any videos of Matthew or Victoria being raped by any of these men?
No.
So how did you know that David would want to have sex with your child?
Because I saw the signs that he would give to her.
Okay, so you watched them.
The signs that he would do. And the things that he would do.
And then do you tell them it's okay to have sex with your children? Did you like that?
No.
Okay, so
Be honest, Michelle.
Michelle, listen. It's a very small population of the world who's willing to have sex with a child. That's just being frank, okay? The fact that you have 3 men who in the last, I'm guessing, about a year, have come over and had sex with your children as well as you, means that you were intentionally seeking these people out and you know how to find them. So how are you doing that? How does the conversation start and end up with somebody having sex with your child in your apartment?
They asked me if I have any kids. I said I have 2.
Okay?
And then when they meet me, they want to meet them too.
Okay. Did you know that Fabian and Jessica both wanted to have sex with their child?
I did not know they did. No. Then I just
No,
met
let's-
Vivian
let's-
just to like.
You knew Fabian did. Because that was talked about. Am I right? You knew Fabian wanted to have sex with your daughter. Because you guys discussed it. Am I right or am I wrong?
I didn't discuss that with him.
Yes, you did. You just told us you did. 5 minutes ago, you said that you talked to Fabian about having sex with your daughter and that you allowed it and that you watched. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. I guess sometimes I don't understand why you'll tell the truth on these big, huge things, but on little things you try to lie. And it makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? Okay. A couple questions. With Matthew, did David penetrate Matthew?
No, he had a well checkup and I had him checked, and he did not.
Well, you watched. So did David have penetrate your son with either his fingers or his...
Finger, but not his
So he did penetrate him.
with his finger.
Would it be any different if it was with his? He's still penetrating him. Did he penetrate him with his? That you do this thing when you're not telling the truth.
You're not a good liar,
Yeah,
so you might as well
you're-
just keep being honest with us.
Did David penetrate Matthew with his?
Yes.
How many times? Both times?
Yes.
Did he penetrate Victoria with his...
No.
Why are you lying? You just tell us he penetrated Matthew. Why does it make it any worse that he penetrated Victoria?
We know that he did.
Did he penetrate Victoria with his... David?
Yes.
Okay.
Michelle had reached new, unattained heights of inhumanity. What she did puzzled even those detectives, who very cautiously set up a stimulating atmosphere to elicit a confession. But at what cost? While it is tragic, one might consider it a relief that Victoria's suffering ended, sparing her a lifetime of immense trauma and misery.
Before Jessica showed up at your house, she's only been there for about 5 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been with Fabian? How long has he been in your house?
He's been in my house for about a month,
How many times has Fabian by himself had sex with your daughter?
maybe about 3.
No, because you said, how many times did you say him and Jessica have? In the last month, how many times did Fabian have sex with your daughter? Was it every day?
Most likely.
Was it every day?
Yes.
Not most likely,
Yes.
not, I don't know. Did you know that he was having sex with your daughter every day?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you watch every time?
No, because I worked.
How many times did Fabian have sex with your son Matthew during the last month?
About the same time.
Every day? Was the only reason he didn't last night because he wasn't there?
Mhm.
And does Fabian penetrate Matthew with his...
Yes.
Has anybody ever filmed either your son or your daughter being...
No.
Where is Victoria's dad in all of this?
Out of the picture, he told me he had wanted nothing to do with me or her
When
she was born. When I called him and told him that I was in the hospital with her.
So he's never been around.
Mm.
Have you ever contacted him since then? Would you even know how to get hold of him?
No.
How much knowledge of all this does Matthew's dad have?
Absolutely none.
So he has no knowledge of what you're doing. Okay.
So he never participated with you in acts with your kids?
Mm-mm.
No. How long, years-wise, how long has this been going on with men and your children?
A year? Maybe
Just
6 months?
Just a year? So 6 months to a year
Hmm.
is how long you've been allowing these other men to come over and do what you guys have been doing.
Did you engage in any sort of activity with your children by yourself
No.
prior to these men?
No.
So how did you discover that this was something that you wanted to be a part of or take part in? How did you get into that? Was it something you just wanted to try?
Just to see. Curious, yes.
Is this something that ever happened to you?
Not to my knowledge.
So you didn't have like a mother or a father that really assaulted you or allowed other people to assault you?
Not to my knowledge.
Look me in the eye real quick. It's just the 3 men that have had your daughter and your son.
Yes.
No more.
No.
All right, go ahead and stand up for me. How's your burger?
Okay.
Pretty good? All right, go ahead and find your bag.
So Michelle, at this point, you're under arrest for a homicide of a child, rape of a child, a slew of whole other charges that I probably couldn't even list here if I wanted to.
Okay.
And if you need me to explain that to you, then there's no hope for it because everything we talked about, the fact that you're shocked you're going to jail is beyond me.
The detective did an exceptional job of catching Michelle off guard. From holding her hand to reassure her that she believed her story, to casually asking how she enjoyed the burger, the female detective skillfully navigated the interrogation, gaining her trust and also the opportunity to strike when her guard is down. After that, Michelle Martins was taken into custody, because it was not impossible for this woman to walk free after what she did. The entire interrogation was filled with vile revelations of how a mother of all people could have such fantasies of watching her own children getting assaulted and killed. On June 19, 2018, Michelle Martins avoided a first-degree murder charge by taking a plea deal. She pleaded guilty to reckless child abuse resulting in death and tampering with evidence. In what many saw as an infuriatingly lenient sentence, Michelle received 12 years in prison. The public outcry was immense. Some even pointed out how the judicial system failed a 10-year-old. Fabian Gonzalez, Michelle's boyfriend, also struck a plea deal, admitting to reckless child abuse resulting in death and tampering with evidence. He was sentenced to 37.5 years in prison, a term that reflected his direct involvement in the events surrounding Victoria's death. Jessica Kelly, the cousin of Fabian Gonzalez and the one believed to have dealt the fatal blow, faced the harshest punishment. She pleaded guilty to second-degree murder, child abuse resulting in death, and tampering with evidence. Jessica received a sentence of 44 years in prison, a reflection of the violent and gruesome role she played in Victoria's murder. But there's still one person who hasn't been caught yet. It's that apparent mystery man who not only killed Victoria but also her. The search for him is still ongoing. Where there are mothers like Marianne Bachmeier, who killed the man who assaulted her daughter, there are also those like Michelle Martins, whose actions destroy the light and joy of innocent lives. Victoria was only 10, but was full of hope and love. Her smile was enough to brighten up the room she walked into. Her teachers and classmates loved and cherished her. They would live on to mourn her loss. The world was too harsh for an angel like her. As we conclude the case, we're left with heartaches and anger. Every child deserves a parent, but does every parent deserve a child? How have we, as a society, failed to protect children like Victoria? Unfortunately, Victoria is not the only one who went through this, and there are many who are going through the same fate. Most of these cases don't even make it to the news. In the end, the question remains, how can we step up as adults to ensure their safety? Stay cautious, because sometimes the predator is closer to home than you can imagine. Share your thoughts below on this case, and for more gripping content like this, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Real Crime Psychology.